Montego Bay, whenever, like they have a show in Montego Bay. At that time, we used to have what you call the reggae sunsplash. Yes, so Bob will always be on that show. Yeah, man. Over there in Freeport, in the Freeport area. Yes. So, he was born in the hills, but when he was 10 years old, 1955, that's when Bob's mother took him to Kingston. And so he grew up in Trenchtown. He did a song about that too, Trenchtown Rock. Yes, Trenchtown Rock. So that's where he grew up, in Trenchtown. That's where he met Peter Tosh. Anyone heard that name before? Peter Tosh. And also Bunny Livingston. Called himself Bunny Whaler. Yeah, man. Yes, so in 1955 when Bob's mother took him to Kingston, he started school there. Yes, that time we didn't call them high school. Call them secondary school. Yes, secondary school. And by the time he got to age 14, his mother got a job in Delaware in the States. So she left him, she headed off to Delaware. So that's when Bob quit school. Yeah. Now he teamed up with Bunny Livingston and Peter Tosh. They would be on the streets like every day with handmade guitars, and they were singing in the street for people. And people would drop a little money in their basket, and that's how they were surviving. Yeah, man. And they were out there until they met a man known as Clement Coxendad. So he was the owner for Studio One. Yes, Kingston. Because in those days, only in Kingston you would find 3 main recording studios. Yes, nowhere else. That time, 2 radio stations in Kingston, 1 TV station. Yeah, so TV used to come on start in like 12 o'clock, and it sign off 12 midnight. Yeah, 1 TV station. Yes. So Coxendad took them to his studio, and they were loving it. So they were now there rehearsing and just planning for the big thing. Yes. So when Bob was 16 years old, that's when Coxon allowed him to do a song. Yeah, all by himself. The title of that song is Judge Not. Yes, Judge Not. And then he did another one cup of coffee before I go. And then after, he started to record the group. Yes. So the first song for the group is Simmer Down, Control Your Temper. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So they were actually living at the studio. Yeah, man. But at the time, he was just paying them £3 each per week. Because Jamaica was governed for 307 years by the British government. Yes, so we were using the pound until we gained independence on August 6th of 1962. So to set up the banks, made the transition, we started using the Jamaican dollar in 1969. Yeah, man. So that time they were still getting paid in pounds, £3 each per week. Yes. Until 1966, when Bob now was like 19 years old, that's when he left here for the first time. So I went to visit his mother in Delaware. Yeah, man. So he spent some months there. He left there in February, he came back in November like this. Because it was now getting cooler or chilly in Delaware, so he came home. But from the February to November, he was doing 2 jobs. He was working at the Open Hotel in the day, and then in the night he would hop over to Chrysler factory, driving the forklift and all. So he wrote a song about that one too. Yes. So he came back in November, had some money, so he bought his own record label. He called it Whalem Solem. Yeah. So they left Coxon's studio because they were saying, we are artists, we should be getting more money. Yeah, so they left. So they took their records and they were now doing door-to-door sales. So Bob bought a bicycle as well. So in the mornings they have a box they tie it onto the bicycle bar, pack the records in it, and they were walking around in town, Kingston City. Yes, doing sales. So them don't give them any airplay. Yes, because you know they already left the records there to get airplay and all of that. So they told them that the guys left, so no airplay. Yeah, so that makes it so difficult for these guys. Yeah, so for them to get airplay, that's when they became a rebel. So they would go and stand in front of the radio stations in the evening. So when some of the disc jockeys are coming out, they would threaten them, telling them that if tomorrow I'm listening to the radio and we don't hear our music, we're gonna come back here, we're gonna smash you and your car. Yeah. I told them that if you don't play our music, when you go back to work, you won't be able to play nothing. Yeah, so some of the disc jockeys, yeah, they believe that, so they started to give them an airplay now and again. So when they listened and they were hearing themselves, they said, okay, we're going to write another song. So that's when they wrote this song. They said, if you're a big tree, we are the small axe. Yeah, ready to cut you down. Yeah, that's when that song came about. Because it was 1, 2, 3 producers giving them problems. Because when they left Coxon's studio, the other 2 guys were calling them and said, come and work with us. So they said no. Yeah, man. So that's what they weren't talking about the trees out there when they said that. They were talking about 1, 2, 3 producers. Yeah, okay, let me interject. Now we are in Brownstown. Yes, Brownstown. The other 2 towns in this parish is Otrius and St. Anne's Bay. In Otrius, there is only 1 high school. St. Anne's Bay, 1 high school. Up here, lots of schools. This over here is the community college. And you'll see students in, some guys in blue and black. Some girls now that wear white and brown skirt. Yeah. So from preschool to college, uniform is required. Yeah, so over here, this is one of the primary schools, Servite. So it's 3 high school up here, 2 primary, the community college and the nursing college. So you'll see a lot of banks, churches, it's a busy place. Yeah, man. Yes. So over here, this property, this is Kamala's Harris father's property, one of his property. He's from across here on the hill, Mr. Harris. Yeah, man. That's your vice president I'm talking about. Yeah. Her dad is from right here in Brownstown. Up on the hill, they call it Orange Hill. That's where he's from. So if we turn left there, 5 miles down, you find Philadelphia. I heard you have one too. Yeah, 5 miles down, you have Philadelphia. Yeah, man. But how he got into the States, Mr. Harris, you know, he's a professor. Yeah, so he taught economics in the university there in the States. So he's still living in Washington, D.C. He's about 85 years old now. Yeah, man, retired and still chillaxing. Yeah, that's how she were born in the States. Yeah. Her mother is from India. Yeah, man. So this is Main Street of Brownstown. KFC, keep from cooking. That's the meaning. Yes, and it's 40 of them in Jamaica. 40? 40. Wow. Yeah. So it's seasoned to the bone. That's why people always love it. That's the slogan, seasoned to the bone. Yeah, man. Before the pandemic came out, the slogan was finger licking good. So when the pandemic came out and people were now using the hand sanitizer and going there, they were licking their fingers. So they were saying they didn't want anyone to get sick. So they changed it to seasoned down to the bone. Yeah. So it's spicy. And you'll see King Burger is here still. You call it Burger King, Wendy's, Popeyes, Little Caesar, Subway. This is a taxi park. And you can take a taxi from here and go down to Philadelphia. Yeah, man. So all the public passenger vehicles have the red license plate. These type of buses run to Otrius from here. Bus park is further up. Yeah. One horsepower. Yeah, one bigger. I'll see on the side, it's that 1 horsepower. So the tram? What? So they pull up it and they put it out there? Yeah. You think about it and you're back there? Right. This is the farmer's market. So you're right. Farmer's market right here. high school for girls only. And it's a boarding school also, it's called St. Hilda's High. So this is a bus park, so you find bus from here going to Kingston or to Ocho Rios.